Shalom, everyone. Welcome back. Recently, I attended a seminar with clergy and members of the court, judges, to discuss the role of clergy in the judicial system. And during the break, one of the breaks, I had an interesting conversation with one of the ministers that was there. And we were talking about anti Semitism. And he was asking me about it. Do I find that it's prevalent? I said, I certainly do. I told him I think it's the oldest hatred in the world. Everybody hates everybody these days, and everyone hates the Jews, especially. And I said to him that anti Semitism is not only our problem, it's his problem. It's the world's problem because hate is the world's problem. Recently, we saw shootings in Buffalo and in a church in Laguna Woods, and it seems like every day practically there's some kind of an aspect of hatred going on in the world. And it's a very sad thing. And it's affecting all of us, not just Jews, but everybody. And I told him that, we don't need to agree with each other, but we certainly should respect each other. And it's a very big difference. He is a Christian. He's a fundamentalist Christian. He believes that I'm not going to heaven. Okay, that's their religion. I respect that. But at the same time, he has to respect my religion as well. He may not agree with it, but I have the right to practice it, and he should respect it. And I think most Christians do respect Judaism. As I said, they don't agree with it, but I think most of them respect it. And that's something that we all have to strive for. Now, what does this have to do with the price of tea in China, as they say? Well, today, Thursday, is Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the counting of the Omer. And during this time, we celebrate the Yortzeit and the birthday of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who was one of the only students of Rabbi Akiva who survived the terrible plague that afflicted some 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva, who had the greatest yeshiva in the world at that time, some 2,000 years ago. Why did they die? What happened? What does the Jewish tradition say about the reason for this odd plague that struck down practically all of them? The answer is they had no Avas Yisrael. They had no love of their fellow Jew. How is that possible? They didn't have love for their fellow Jew. After all, Rabbi Akiva's main principle in life was v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, to love your neighbor as yourself. That is what he taught. That was the fundamental principle of Rabbi Akiva's life. And his students who studied the deepest aspects of his philosophy did not get that. Any child knows that. How is it possible that they didn't get it? The answer is they did get it. They had great love for each other, tremendous love for each other, but no respect for each other. Well, how did that come about? Each one of them understood Torah their own way, and they felt that their way was the correct way, and the other person's way was the incorrect way, and they argued about it, and they fought about it like cats and dogs, not physically, but in terms of argument. And because they held such fervent beliefs and they did not respect each other's beliefs, this plague struck them down. And that's a very important lesson for all of us to recognize the fact that so many people in this world are different from one another, not just Christians and Jews, but Jews and Jews. So many of us, we disagree. There's Reform, there's conservative, there's Orthodox, there's more religious, there's less religious, there's people who keep more kosher, keep less kosher, more Shabbos, less Shabbos. Some people who study Torah 24 hours a day, some study only 1 hour a day. We're all different. Some of us wear a big yarmulke, some of us wear a smaller yarmulke. We're all different. And that's beautiful. But we all need to respect each other. And that is something that the Lubavitcher Rebbe taught very much throughout his lifetime. To love each other, to respect each other, and in so doing, bring everyone together. When someone walks into a Chabad synagogue or a Chabad house, we don't ask them if they put on tefillin right away. We get to that. We ask them, did you eat? Have you had food? Do you have a place to live? Where are you staying? Can we help you in any way? Do you need some money? Can we help you? A person may walk in completely non-religious, zero. It doesn't matter. We love them anyways, no matter what. We want to know, can we help them? Now, that's the greatness of the Chabad movement. The Chabad movement is not judgmental. We don't judge people. We help people and we work with people and we respect everyone, no matter who they are and what they are. And that is a lesson really that we all have to learn because it's not an easy lesson to learn because we see in the world so much disagreement, so much strife, and we need very much to solve that strife. Hatred is a pandemic. And I told that minister, the pandemic, the real pandemic, is not just a physical one, COVID, it's a spiritual one with hatred. And it's all over the world. We see what's going on in the Ukraine, and we see what's going on in the Middle East, and even in our own backyard in Buffalo, New York, and Laguna Woods, and so many other places. Hatred is a pandemic. And how do we resolve the pandemic? By being vaccinated against it. And the vaccination is love. That's the vaccination. So I want to wish you all a very happy Lag BaOmer and a good Shabbos. Candlelighting the Shabbos is at 7:27 p.m. We look forward to seeing you in shul or wherever shul you're going to. And we'll see you again next week. Shalom, shalom.